This dentist in Chicago gains more than 38 brand new patients every month without ads. In this video, I'll show you their actual website, explain everything, and walk you through the SEO strategy responsible for these results. Before working with Overflow Cafe, they had a poorly optimized WordPress website and were overspending on ads. They needed a better long-term strategy to help them attract more patients organically without overspending. We solved that problem for them with SEO. We started with a consultation. After identifying the biggest opportunities for improvement, we began our ongoing SEO work, which includes more than 200 specialized SEO tasks designed to improve website visibility across the platforms where today's customers are searching. Usually, we optimize the client's website first before we start SEO, but in this case, another company handles the website. The most important performance indicator is always increased revenue and profitability. When SEO is done correctly, it strengthens your entire sales funnel. Potential patients see your brand repeatedly across multiple platforms. They become familiar with your practice and they're far more likely to choose you when they're ready to book an appointment. But it has to be done correctly, and that's where most businesses, including dental practices, fail. Today, the client's dental website appears wherever potential patients are searching online. They generate consistent revenue from Google, Bing, Maps, social media, ChatGPT, AI overviews, and all the major platforms while dramatically reducing their spending on advertising. The key results: more than 38 new patients every month without ads, more than 700 top ranking keywords across Google and the major AI search platforms, more than 1,600 monthly visitors, and a 600% increase in AI visibility. My team and I have been doing SEO since 1995. We've worked with hundreds of dentists around the world, helping them increase their visibility, attract more patients, and grow revenue through long-term SEO. We don't work with startups anymore, but if you're an established business looking for long-term growth, please visit my website link in the description for a 90-day free trial. Let's jump right into this SEO project. Lakeview Dental in Chicago. Okay. So we didn't build out this website. We don't manage this website. There's a completely different team that does this. We're only handling the SEO, which is not an ideal situation for us, but this happens a lot where the company already has great people managing the website. Sometimes it's an external team. Sometimes it's an internal team if it's a large corporation, and there's nothing we can do about that. It limits some of what we can do, especially if we want changes made, we really have to go through a lot of people. And oftentimes those changes just don't end up getting done on the website. So, website is a standard WordPress website, and it has all of the normal pages you would expect a dental clinic to have. So there's home, about, services. We've been trying to get a frequently asked questions page added to this site. So hopefully one day soon. They offer pretty much all of the great standard things that dentists offer. As you can see, they have a section here for new patients. So it's fairly standard. The social media is down there. I think they've got Facebook, and I thought they were in the process of setting up an Instagram. So there's no blog posts. And I wanted you to see that there's 38 pages. So 38 pages, 0 posts. And we're going to jump right into the stats. I mean, take a look at it on your own time if you really need to. It's a standard dentist website. Meet the team, tour the office, technology, a smile gallery. You've got separate pages for all of the various services here, the new patients page, a contact page. You've got it in Spanish, and of course you have the booking page. So it's all very standard. Let's start with the AI visibility. We've been doing this for about a year. The visibility score was 0, it's 18. And there were 0 mentions from 0 pages. There's 7 mentions from 21 pages. You see the URL is right up here. The authority score is 11. This hasn't really moved much at all, but the organic traffic has moved up significantly, and the keyword rankings has also moved up. There's no paid ads at the moment. Most of our clients will eventually reduce their ad spend to almost 0. And there's 912 backlinks from 190 referring domains. Let's just scroll down a little bit because I wanted to show you where we started, which was July of 2025. And if you take a look at the first number there, it says 219. So there were about 219 visitors per month. And then there were some ups and downs, and there was sideways movement for a while. And it went up to 300 and 400 and back down to 200, 600 and 1,000, back down to 800. And then it just progressively moved to 1,000, 1,300, 1,500. And it's hovering right now. We're in July, right at the end of July 2026. We're about 1,564. And then keywords was about the same, about 363 total keywords, with 19 in the top 3, and then it progressively moved up. This was a little bit more smooth in terms of growth, bringing us 12 months later to about 879 keywords, 46 in the top 3. So very nice progress. And I wanted to show you, by the way, if the client was paying Google Ads, they'd be paying $3,000 per month, but they're not. They're getting all that traffic. And this number is going to continue to increase over time because, like I said, SEO is long term. We're basically 12 months into this right now. Let's take a look at some of the keywords. I've just selected 3 here to show you, but if you're looking at the screen, you can see that there's hundreds and hundreds. But emergency dentist in Lakeview, 90 people search that every single month. It goes to their page, emergency dentistry. They have the AI overview listing for that. But if you take a look here, just below, they also have, if you look emergency dentist in Lakeview, they also have the organic number 1 position. So it's really fantastic that they actually have several AI overview rankings for this, plus the organic rankings. And I believe they also have a map ranking for this. Braces, Lakeview, they have a map ranking for that. 50 people are searching for that every single month. Teeth whitening dentist, Lakeview, Chicago, they have the number 1 organic spot. 140 people are searching for that every single month. And there's a lot more that I won't take your time looking at, but you have the sort of the name. And then you have things, for example, wedding dentist Lakeview. That is a phrase that I didn't know about until recently. And if you take a look at some of the other dental videos that I've made, you'll see there's gay dentist Lakeview. And I'm mentioning these other ones. We did not aim to rank for these phrases, but for some reason we are. And again, control the website. So we're not in full control of the content on the website. So this was a very interesting thing and probably something that we don't see very often. Taking a look here, we've got the dashboard. Ignore this and ignore this. We're going to go right down to keyword ranking opportunities. There are about 523 keyword opportunities that we can add to the client. And it would probably take us another 2 or 3 years to really get them ranking for those. 51% of the clients' keywords are rising, 31% are declining, and 18% are stable. They're moving sideways. So far, in about a year, 851 spots, or the client has moved up 851 spots across all of the various platforms. Their current grade is a B plus. When they started with us, they were an F. Now, whether or not we're going to be able to improve this to an A plus, eventually we're going to have to be able to make a couple small improvements to the website, or someone's going to have to make improvements to the website. Website reputation it was 0 when they started. It's 17 now. So it's not amazing, but probably get to about 40 by next year, and possibly 60 the year after that. So that's when it gets really high. Website visibility is growing very nicely. It's finally in the green. I was getting worried because it was in the red for about the first 8 months. Not much was happening. And you saw in the initial, that I was showing you, it was like, it's this roller coaster ride. If you look at like up, down, up, down, up, down, up, way down, way up, way down. And then we had this long period where it was just sideways, and then a big drop off. And then everything just really stabilized and started shooting way up. And the constant daily leads, high quality patients that bring their entire families. Blacklist monitor, they're clean. Domain authority is 11, which is not good, but like I said, we're only a year into it, and SEO is a multi-year process. Spam score is absolutely excellent, so good stuff there. Let's head over to recently discovered backlinks. So we just recently built 78 backlinks from 33 domains. So wonderful. We found 300 brand new opportunities. So it's probably going to take us anywhere from 6 to 8 months in order to build those out. The backlink quality is 46%. Now, I wanted to explain because when we started this, their backlink quality was about 10%. So we've increased it 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. We're at 46 right now. Probably in 12 months' time, you'll see this at 65. And if I ever make an updated video, this will probably be higher than 65. It continues to go up a couple of points every few months. We've attempted to build 304. So if you take a look, we've attempted to build 304, and we've recently succeeded with about 111 out of those 304. So very excellent success rate there. Now, the backlink growth chart, it's not as good as what I'd like. And basically you see like there's one, then there's a long time, then there's one, then there's a long time, one, nothing, one, and nothing. That happens when you have 38 pages that nobody really wants to. So nobody wants to link to your testimonials page or your braces page or your tooth extraction page, your services page. Nobody wants to do that. But if you have, and this website, which we don't control, this website has 0 blog posts. If you had, and I'm speaking to the dentists out there or business owners, because we work with everybody. If you have, let's say 10, 20, 50, 100 blog posts that are of absolutely top quality, which is what we would that if we had control of the site, then it would be a lot easier to get backlinks, because website owners and news agencies and blogs, schools, and so on, they like to link to that kind of content. And you would see this graph. spike up and down. Now, go ahead when you have time and take a look at some of the other videos I've made for some of my other dental clients. And you see these graphs are like, every single day almost, there's huge spikes in backlinks. But then if you take a look at how many great pieces of content they have on their website, it's 10, 20, 50, 100 pieces, blogs that are 1 or 2 or 3,000 words long with custom images that we built. We've removed 152 toxic backlinks. We've got a couple more to remove. And we've saved the client 426 hours so far. So yeah, this is a smaller clinic. They're gaining about 38 new patients every month without ads. And, if you're a sort of a very, very tiny clinic, you could probably do perfectly fine on our entrepreneur plan. If you're, one doctor and a couple, the pro plan might work for you. And then we have larger clinics that spend 2,000. Take a look at some of our other videos. We've got some that spend 6,000 and 8,000 if they have multiple locations in large cities. So you pick the plan that's for you. Try it free for 90 days, by the way. Okay, thank you. Take care. That's all I can share about this SEO project today. Achieving these results took hundreds of hours of work over many months, and the results continue to get better as time goes on. SEO is a long-term investment, but when done correctly, the financial return can be extraordinary. Our standard operating procedure for SEO includes more than 200 line items of work, depending on your business goals. The impact of SEO is exponential. When done correctly, SEO helps grow your dental practice, increases new patient acquisition, and reduces your reliance on paid advertising over time. To recap this project, we completed our SEO checklist of over 200 tasks, such as website improvements, indexing problems, full keyword research, technical SEO. We had to skip on-page SEO because another company manages the website, image SEO, off-page SEO, ongoing backlink building, conversion rate optimization, and much more. We also skipped content creation because, again, we don't have control over the website. The key results one more time: more than 38 new patients every month without ads, more than 700 top ranking keywords across Google and all the major AI search platforms, more than 1,600 monthly website visitors, and a 600% increase in AI visibility, and those numbers continue to improve over time. The most successful dental practices invest at least 1% of their annual revenue into SEO. They understand that SEO is a long-term investment, not a short-term expense. When executed correctly, the return on investment can be extraordinary. Trying to do SEO as cheaply or as quickly as possible almost always leads to disappointing results. Like taking care of your teeth, SEO requires consistent attention over time. My team and I have been doing SEO since 1995. We've worked with hundreds of great dentists all over the world. Some of them have sold their clinics and retired, and we now work with the new owners. We don't work with startups anymore, but if you're an established, growing business looking for help with SEO, please visit the link in the description for a 90-day free trial. Thank you for watching, and please feel free to like and subscribe.